Hello and welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most chilling and horrifying true crime stories you'll ever hear, the twisted tale of Tamara Samsonova, better known as the Granny Ripper. A story so dark, it feels like it was pulled straight from the pages of a horror novel. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more spine-tingling stories, mysterious cases, and the darkest chapters of human history. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Now, settle in, turn down the lights, and prepare for a journey into the terrifying mind of a serial killer. Let's get started. In the shadowy depths of St. Petersburg, where the ornate beauty of canals and historic facades clash with a history steeped in mystery, a horror emerged that would rattle the city to its core. At first glance, Tamara Samsonova was nothing more than a kindly pensioner, a fragile, unassuming figure blending seamlessly into the crowd of elderly women who bustled through the icy streets. Yet behind her lined face and tired smile lay the dark soul of a killer, a woman who would become known as the Granny Ripper. This is her story, one of madness, deception, and the grotesque secrets hidden behind locked doors. Tamara Mitrofanovna Samsonova was born on April 25, 1947, in Uzur, a Siberian town engulfed by frigid winds and endless winters. Her childhood was cloaked in hardship, with little warmth in her home. As a girl, she displayed a quiet, almost unnerving demeanor. Those who encountered her often remarked on her peculiar fascination with dark tales, legends of witches, hauntings, and stories of unspeakable violence. In her teens, she escaped to Moscow, enrolling in the prestigious Moscow State Linguistic University. It was there she met Alexei Samsonov, her future husband. Together, they moved to Leningrad, where life seemed to stabilize. She found work at the Tourist Travel Agency, a job that allowed her access to wealthy, unsuspecting visitors. Their life together seemed ordinary. But cracks began to form beneath the surface. Tamara was secretive, reserved even with her husband. Neighbors would later recall strange arguments muffled through the thin apartment walls on Dmitrov Street. Then, in 2000, Alexei disappeared without a trace. Tamara filed a missing person report, but something about her demeanor unnerved the police. She spoke of his absence with an almost clinical detachment. No grief. No panic. Just calm resignation. Years later, many would believe Alexei was her first victim, his body perhaps hidden in plain sight, or worse, dismembered and scattered across the city. In the years following her husband's disappearance, Tamara began to unravel. She rented out rooms in her apartment to supplement her income, targeting those who were desperate for shelter. Her tenants were often transient, visitors, migrants, or locals with nowhere else to go. People no one would miss. Her first known victim was Sergei Potanin, a 44-year-old lodger. An argument erupted between the two in 2003. Tamara, calm and calculating, brewed a cup of tea laced with sleeping pills and watched as Sergei succumbed to the drug's effects. What happened next was an act of pure horror. Under the dim, flickering light of her apartment, Tamara dragged his unconscious body to the bathroom. Armed with a rusty hacksaw and kitchen knives, she dismembered him piece by piece. The air grew thick with the metallic tang of blood. She wrapped his remains in plastic bags and carried them out under cover of darkness, scattering them across the city. To those who saw her, she was just another old woman shuffling through the streets, a harmless grandmother with a bag of trash. But her taste for murder had only begun. In 2015, Tamara befriended 79-year-old Valentina Nikolaevna Ulanova, a kind-hearted woman who took pity on her. Tamara needed a place to stay while her apartment was being renovated, and Valentina, ever generous, agreed to let her move in temporarily. What began as a gesture of kindness quickly soured. Tamara became possessive, taking over the apartment and refusing to leave. Arguments grew heated. Valentina demanded she move out, but Tamara had no intention of going anywhere. Instead, she plotted her host's demise. On the evening of July 23, 2015, Tamara prepared Valentina's favorite dish, an Olivier salad, a Russian classic. But this time, she spiked the meal with a heavy dose of phenazepam, a sedative she had procured under false pretenses. As Valentina fell into a deep, drug-induced sleep, Tamara sharpened her knives. What followed was an act of brutality that could have been torn from the pages of a grim fairy tale. In the eerie quiet of the apartment, Tamara dragged Valentina to the bathroom and began her gruesome work. Blood splattered the tiles as she sawed through flesh and bone, dismembering the body with a cold precision. She stuffed the pieces into garbage bags, wrapping larger sections in plastic sheeting. But she wasn't finished. Tamara placed Valentina's decapitated head into a large cooking pot, leaving it to simmer on the stove. She claimed this was part of an occult ritual, an offering to whatever dark forces guided her hand. The next night, Tamara hauled the pot and bags out of the apartment. Surveillance cameras captured her dragging them to a nearby pond. Her face was expressionless, her movements deliberate. On July 26, a passerby noticed a suspicious bundle near Dimitrov Street. Upon inspection, they were horrified to find Valentina's torso, wrapped in a blood-soaked curtain. The discovery sparked a citywide investigation, and it wasn't long before the trail led back to Tamara. Police searched her apartment and uncovered her diaries, disturbing records written in Russian, English, and German. Each entry detailed her murders with chilling detachment, how she drugged her victims, how she dismembered them, and how she disposed of the remains. She described her methods with the precision of a butcher, showing no remorse for her actions. "I killed my tenant," one entry read. "I dismembered him in the bathroom. His body parts one scattered in different areas of the city." Tamara confessed to at least 14 murders, though the true number may never be known. Psychologists who examined Tamara described her as a textbook psychopath, emotionless, calculating, and entirely devoid of empathy. Her obsession with the occult added another layer of horror to her crimes. She believed she was cleansing her victims, purifying their souls through death. Her fragmented writings revealed a disturbed mind consumed by delusions. She often spoke of hearing voices, commands whispered in the dead of night that compelled her to kill. Tamara Samsonova was declared unfit to stand trial and committed to a high-security psychiatric hospital. There, she continues to write in her diaries, filling page after page with cryptic thoughts and chilling reflections. For the people of St. Petersburg, the story of the Granny Ripper is a macabre reminder that monsters often wear the most unassuming faces. Tamara's apartment remains a ghostly relic, its walls stained with secrets that may never fully be uncovered. And somewhere, in the dark corners of the city, her whispered name still lingers, a haunting echo of unspeakable evil. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you found today's story as gripping and chilling as we did. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. Your support means the world to us. Feel free to leave a comment with your thoughts, and let us know which true crime stories or dark mysteries you'd like us to cover next. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and we will see you in the next video.